Bonaparte, Crossing the Rhine, is one of the standard pieces played by the New York State Old-Time Fiddlers Association. The tune is named for one of the many forays into neighboring countries undertaken during the reign of Napoleon as Europe's greatest 19th century conqueror. But where did this sprightly tune come from? And in what year was it written? The exact details are not known, but a number of quite improbable speculations appear from time to time. One recent one relates to a suggestion that the little general was a violinist, possibly the least talented of any conqueror in history. Renowned as a solitary man, Napoleon was relaxing alone with his fiddle when an itinerant artist appeared asking if he might paint a picture of the little general. He wanted to capture on canvas Napoleon's bittersweet expression as he contemplated heading eastward across the Rhine to invade Russia. The artist arrived with easel before the emperor had put his fiddle away. He quickly sketched and later painted the scene, fiddle and all. Well, Napoleon, sensitive about his musical shortcomings, insisted that the painting be destroyed. But in fact, the painting was secreted in a crypt of a local cathedral, to be found just last year and restored by an unnamed artiste. Note the smile on the face of the little general. Napoleon's ambitious and finally disastrous plans to invade Russia are well documented. He returned home and commiserated a few days and probably a few nights with his lovely Josephine. She called him Nappy. Napoleon's passionate affection for the fiddle is developed in another interesting story. Shortly after his unsuccessful and humiliating campaign in Russia, he was discredited and forced to leave Paris. History had it that he was placed in exile on the island of Elba. But we learned from recently discovered manuscripts in the cathedral crypt that the little general moved to Lemieux, the small village of his youth, where he was known only to the loyalists there. He grew a beard and returned to his family's violin-making business. These priceless violins, and one is shown here, are now owned by only the wealthiest connoisseurs. The closely guarded secret of Napoleon Bonaparte's fiddling on the Rhine became known to a few musicians after the little general's death in 1821. To honor their friend Nappy, these folks wrote the tune heard here in the soundtrack, Bonaparte Crossing the Rhine. It is played by my friends Randy Kerr and Zessie Gotham. Here's a picture of Nappy at rest. On the fiddle, his talent unblessed. For he drove folks away when he started to play, and his army, though eastbound, went west.